So anyway.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. This is Sean Tiller. How you doing today?
Great.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Bobby Hendricks here. How you doing?
I'm doing quite well. All right, we have a number of people on the call, and all right, we're going to go ahead and get started right away.
Okay.
Okay. And Pat, I will be calling you too after this call, just to speak with you about some things, and we'll go from there. Okay?
Great. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you guys so much for taking the time to be on this call. I'm truly excited about today because today is Friday. I love Friday because we all get paid from Atlanta Global Asset Management. So tonight we'll be doing a regular presentation. In addition to that, we will be doing training. So I ask that make sure you grab a notepad and pen, ask plenty of questions because I will be giving out a lot of information this evening. And I'll be showing some other things as well, some Coinbase stuff, just a bunch of stuff. So this call may go for an hour, 45 minutes. Yeah, you can leave at any time. This call is actually being recorded, and it will be included as one of the training calls, and I will be posting this on the website. So if you can't make it, you have to go. You can always refer to it later on, in a day or next week sometime. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and mute the call. Yep, I didn't want to do Q&A. I want to go right in lecture mode. Here we go. All right. Thank you guys for taking the time to be on the call this evening. My name is Sean Tillery. Share a little bit about myself. I've been involved in this industry for about 30 years, and for 13 of those 30 years, I actually ran my own company, and it was a lot of work. Had some success, but not as much as I thought. And eventually, I just got tired and burned out, and I decided to close the doors. And with that being said, I said, well, I am done with this industry. I'm never coming back. But you know that saying, never say never. And little did I know that there was a good friend of mine. He actually begged me for 2 months to take a look at this project. And I was extremely reluctant because people always say that, hey, you know what? I don't know. You always assume that everything you've seen in 30 years should be the same. And you would expect for anyone that's going to bring something to you to be the same based on your past experience. And I kind of, in a way, went against my own cardinal rule. And my rule was at least look at it. Okay, what harm can it do to just look at it and give it a good once-over and then determine if whether or not it's worth your time or your effort. And I am so thankful that he bugged me. Not only did he send it to me 2 months, he sent it to me, it took me 60 days to look at it. And finally, when he called me one last time, I set up some criteria for him. And he actually passed those 7 steps. And that's when I began to look at this. And I'm like, oh my gosh. After 30 years of trying to provide an ultimate solution to this industry's problem, here we have this company called Atlanta Global Asset Management. And Atlanta Global Asset Management is actually a hedge fund, people. Some people may get confused and think this is referral marketing. Anything that you do in life is referral marketing. Anything if you go to a movie, what do? And it's a good movie, you refer somebody. If you have a good meal at a restaurant, you refer somebody. If you're able to get a discount for a vehicle, you refer somebody, right? So all we're doing here is simply referring people that are tired of the same old thing, tired of jumping from program to program to program, for those of you that are involved in the industry, tired of the system paying us measly returns on our dollars, right? And as I began to understand what Questra World is, basically they are a hedge fund that has gone rogue, right? That's probably the simplest way to put it, because we all know that when you're involved with something that's really good, there are people always weary, and I was quite worried. I was worried myself because I'm like, nah, it sounds too good to be true. So I'm going to go over the investment aspect of Atlanta Global Asset Management first, And then the second half, we'll talk about if you decide that you want to be a part of this organization, part of this business. And this business really is serious. I mean, I take this extremely seriously because we have the power. We have the power in our hand to change people's lives. And I'll tell you this, your life can change within 30 days, 90 days, 6 months, and most definitely in 12 months. I mean, it's just amazing. So I'm going to go over this side, and we're going to go ahead and continue. So this is going to be the Millionaire Team presentation. Get started here. And what we have here is called Questra Holdings. You may hear this when you're doing your research on the internet, Questra Holdings. Well, what is Questra Holdings? Questra Holdings is nothing more than a holding company of two separate companies, right? One is called Atlantic Global Asset Management, and that's what we'll be discussing first. And secondly is Questra World, which is nothing more than the marketing arm to recommend services that Atlantic Global Asset Management provides. Here is our office here in Cabo Verde. They're off the they're actually off the South African continent. They're islands in Cabo Verde. That's where this office exists. Their own bank. If you want to fly there, if you want to locate it on Google Maps and see if you can locate it, here is the address for you here. Here's the phone number, their hours of operation, their company number if you want to call by computer, a NIF number, and 2 other emails that you can send an email to see if they're legitimate. Let me go back here. I had brought in a gentleman that actually owns his own company. It's a security company, and one of the things he always looks for when he signed up with the company is if whether or not they're using what they call enhanced SSL. I'm going to show you what this means so you can understand. So enhanced SSL is simply a process where a company, let me do this, has to go through at what we call the C-level, chief executive level. Okay? What that means is that somebody has to sign off on the documentation and prove their address, prove that their website, their phone number, financial statistics, I mean their financial situation to some degree, and go through a rigorous process before they can even qualify to even have this security level on this URL here, where it says HTTPS, right? HTTPS is a little bit different than enhanced SSL. Enhanced SSL is when you see this other lock here, view site information. When you see this, this lets you know that the company has went through this vetting process and that you just can't sign up for it like you would an HTTPS certificate. Enhanced means they do a background investigation in everything that they have in terms of their phone number, their address, their website, the domains, registered by who, signed off. The person that is C-level has to submit personal documentation about themselves. So with that being said, he said, man, Sean, this is legitimate, and people don't really know this, so I'm sharing this with you. Maybe you can share it with people on the call. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't know that, right? And so now that I know, I'm sharing it with you. So if you ever want to determine if a company is 100% legitimate, make sure you see this information here, this green lock here, right? And this means that they're using enhanced SSL. Really important. So that's another thing to determine if whether or not the company is legitimate or whether or not the company is a scam. Because a lot of times people say, oh, it sounds too good to be true, it must be a scam. And quite honestly, if you're looking for something hard enough, using the internet today, you can find it, right? And for any company that's out there, there's always somebody, I'm going to call them a parasite, that will say that a company is a scam. And really what they're doing is, they're actually getting hits to their website, driving up traffic to their website, getting them income, giving them additional income. Additionally, they're also going to peddle another product or a service. It's kind of weird. I had a guy send me some information about a gentleman. He said it was a scam. Went to the website. I reviewed the website, and guess what? On the very bottom, well, I have something here. I've been involved with internet marketing or on the internet for a year and a half. I'm like, you've been for a year and a half, and you're an expert, and you use the word scam. It is a scam. The scam is to get you to go to their website and use their service. So hopefully I'll clear that up for you there. Let's go back to the website over here to Questra. Okay. Here are 12 great reasons why you should want to become a member of Atlantic Global Asset Management. Number one, they are a hedge fund. If you know what a hedge fund is, this is an entity that invests in all types of projects, and they provide the highest possible rate of return to the wealthy. If you've never been involved in a hedge fund, but you had a mutual fund, and a mutual fund even paying you 50% a year, pays nothing like a hedge fund pays. And Atlantic Global Asset Management is a licensed registered investment firm that was established in Cabo Verde in 2008. And Questra World is the marketing arm of AGAM, as stated before earlier, that was established in 2013 to market the services of Atlantic Global Asset Management. Now, this is a part I want to ask when I get a chance to fly back to Questra. To speak to some of the top people there and ask them, what was it that made you guys decide to open this up to the general public globally, right? Because from 2008 to 2013, you could not be a public participant. You would have to be personally recommended by someone. You would have to fly out to Cabo Verde, and you would have to deposit at a minimum 100,000 euros. Minimum, right, to even be included, to have access to these guys' expertise in funds management. The cool part about this program is that once you do open an account, every person's account is insured by the Lloyd's of London for 52 million euro. What does that mean? That's similar to what we call FDIC insurance, right? If in the event your bank goes insolvent, right, for an investment that's gone bad, okay, or even insolvent, one of the two, right, and you have funds in that bank, the bank has what they call insurance, federally insured insurance coverage to protect your deposits from financial loss. Right? This has nothing to do with investing at all. This is simply an extra added protection to protect your funds while they're in the care of the financial institution, right? And they're going to cover here in the United States, most institutions cover or give you $250,000, right? Well, this is exactly similar to what Atlantic Global Asset Management provides its clients. Instead of having $250,000, they provide 52 million euro or $61 million USD. So if in the event the company somehow does something wrong and they lose all funds, guess what? Your account is insured up to $61 million. So that's much better than $250,000 that our Wells Fargo, our B of A's, our credit unions provide us in here in the United States. So you should be able to sleep really well with that. In addition to that, now these are when funds are being invested, okay? Meaning when your funds are not invested, you're insured for loss in event of a catastrophic event. It has nothing to do with investing. Now, when you invest your money, meaning when your money goes into trade, so on Sunday at 12 o'clock p.m., everyone's money goes into trade. All funds must be deposited prior to that in order to be included in trade. When your funds go into trade, you have an option to exercise an option in your back office, which is an insurance. I call it PNP, Principal Investment Protection. So while your funds are in trade, let's use an example of 100,000. When your $100,000 is in trade, and you're trading against that $100,000, and you elect to utilize the insurance, and you say, I want to use this insurance because I want to protect my principal, meaning that your invested money of 100,000 euros will never go below 100,000. Example, if they paid us 5%, as an example, so 5% of 100,000 is 5,000 euro, right? And let's say that they did negative 5%. Well, that negative 5% would typically, if a person does not exercise that option to use the insurance, it would deduct 5,000 from your 100,000, so that at the end of trade, you would not have 100,000, you would have 95,000. If you exercise your right to use the insurance and it did negative 5%, guess what? You would not be hit with a negative $5,000 loss, right? That means that your 100,000 stays at 100,000. And anyone that did not elect to use that option on their insurance, right, they would deduct 5,000 from their principal. Right, so hopefully that's really clear as to what the insurance is. This insurance is to protect your principal. Now, the company has been doing this from 2008 up to present. If you go in your back office, you'll see from 2013 to present, because that's when they went public, and they have kept records from 2013 till date. So if you go back and you do your due diligence and you look at the managers, you'll see that some managers did great, some did marginal, some had a bad day. But overall, when you average it all out, every week they've been performing an average around 4.4% to 7.13% every week, right, without a loss. So it's quite evident that their strategy that they've been utilizing for these years seems to have been it seems to have worked out quite well, right? No losses for us. Again, we had a 4.4% day, and we and it wasn't negative, a little bit lower, but guess what? We did not go negative, so therefore, all of us were in profit today. Now, as a person can register with Atlantic Global Asset Management and Questra World without a financial obligation. This is really important because this gives you an opportunity to take a look at the company from the inside out, as opposed to trusting someone who says something that hasn't even joined the organization. And it's quite sad to say people will buy into a negative statement more than a positive statement. And I told this guy, I said, you know, me personally, even though I've been involved with the organization for a short period of time, the person that got me involved in the business has withdrawn over $28,000. Proven, shown it to me. Does it work? Flat out, yes, it does, right? Put all of his payments out in the form of Bitcoin. So, you know, I know this person. He is a man of high integrity, and you know he actually has a judicial responsibility to help others from a public service point of view as well. So he has those two things, and I trust him implicitly. So I know that he's doing the right thing. So don't take no one's word who hasn't been involved in the program. Speak to someone that has been involved with the business and let them tell you that it works. And what I did also, just to give you some words of comfort, I also withdrew some money on Friday, and I was able to pull out money the money was deposited in my account on Wednesday night. I requested money today, last Friday. Money showed up in my account on Wednesday. And that's how it works. Wednesday or Thursday, you can expect to get your request. Additionally, I add this. Your account does not have to be fully verified to deposit funds in your account or to withdraw funds from your account. I'll say it again. You do not have to be completely verified by the company to withdraw funds or deposit funds. Some people get stuck on that and they think that they can't do anything. You can move forward as if everything's going as planned. Now, Atlantic Global Asset Management investors can begin with as little as €90 to as much as 5 million euro without an investment limitation. You can do as much as you want, as strictly as you want, how large as you want, which is awesome, right? Um, um, what does Atlantic Global Asset Management do? What do? They prepare companies for IPO, initial public offering. I was informed that this company was at the table when Google and Facebook first launched. Talk about being in perfect timing. Two of the most largest companies in the world, they're there at the front table supporting the initial public offering. So these guys are not new. It's quite obvious and evident that they know what they're doing, because for these two companies to allow a company like this to handle that is very impressive. That right there should be like, I'm in, sign me up, right? They do refinancing, meaning companies need additional resources and things like that. They'll look at a company from a financial standpoint to see whether or not they're worth the time to even invest. And as a matter of fact, they've handled over 1,100 transactions, different business ventures, 1,100, and they've worked it out so that 88% of those 1,100 ventures were successful. They actually acquired a Cabo Verde Airlines there in their own country that was failing. It was failing, and they stepped in. They restructured it from the inside out. They are still a major shareholder of the company, turned around and sold it to the Japanese for a 500% profit. So these guys are serious about their money. They know business better than you do, better than myself or anybody else. This is what they do. This is why they get paid what they get paid, because they're experts at what they do. They also provide Forex trading services, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later on in the presentation. Now, as an investor of Atlantic Global Asset Management, we are earning a modest return from 4.4 to as high as 7.13% weekly return on our money. Most of us are getting 0.025% from your bank, right? A money market account's 1%. Mutual funds maybe 6, maybe I see as high as 34-35% for the year. We're getting 20 to 40% per month. We are already eclipsing what they're trying to do for a year. That's telling you something. That's telling you that these guys understand exactly what they're doing, and they're excellent at doing it. And by the way, because most of the times when you invest in entities such as this, hedge funds, your money is locked up for a period of 90 days, 180 days, or 365 days before you can even withdraw the profit from your account. Atlantic Global Asset Management solved that problem. If you want to be liquid, how about every Friday is payday? Every Friday is payday, and we all get paid, and that money is liquid. So that's a wonderful thing. If you think that, I got $100,000, I need, what if I need to borrow $5,000 out of my account? Can I get it? The answer is emphatically, yes, you can. Okay? Now, Questra partners are paid. Now, this is the part where we get paid as Questra partners to recommend the services to people who are tired of being ripped off. We get paid 5 to 15% for each investment package, to include new packages purchased by partners, new partners, and existing partners. You can't beat that. And what are they doing? Everyone is taking their profits and they're compounding. They're using the rule of 72, right? That's important, right? If you know what the rule of 72 is, and I'm going to show you what that means here in a minute. It's very powerful, and it's going to change your life. Now, Questra partners are paid daily for referring others directly and indirectly from their organization in conjunction with your investments, right? And what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually go into the website, and I'm going to show you what happens when we invest, when we recommend others. So here's an example here. So you can see my website here. And when people join your organization, right, here's a number of people. I have about 209 people in my organization thus far. And when these people in the organization refer other people, right? Person got it shows you, it's kind of cool how the website's set up, but you can see where this person hasn't referred no one. This person referred 22. This person referred 11. This person referred 67. This person referred 51. Right? These people here are recommending others. Not only are they getting paid for the efforts of everyone else, but I'm also getting paid from the efforts of everyone else. And same with you. You'll be paid off the efforts of everyone else within your organization indefinitely. Indefinitely. That is powerful, right? And everyone is doing the same exact thing. Everyone is trying to get rich, right? And the thing here with Atlanta Global Asset Management, you only try for about 3 to 6 months. Your 9th, your 10th, your 11th, your 12th month, if you lay down the foundation and you recommend enough people, and this is what I found, most people within 12 to 18 months have reached a level of income where they are significantly happy, right? Money is no longer an issue. I love that part about the program. Now, if you are successful at doing this, right, and I have a passion for wanting to help people, so this is in my normal nature to want to help people, and therefore it makes me successful because of my patience and my caring for my fellow man. Now, what happens for being that way? You don't have to be this way if you don't want to. You can be anywhere you want to be as far as I'm concerned. But as far as Questra is concerned, Atlanta Global Asset Management, successful partners who opt to build a successful organization are rewarded with cash bonuses ranging from €1,000 up to 2.48 million euros. Cash bonuses, right? And I'm going to kind of show you a little bit of that too. Let me go over here real quick. So I'm going to show you this part here. So if you are successful at building out an organization, we'll talk more about the levels and stuff like that. As you see here, there's a bonus on achieving the next level, which means I need to earn another 154,000 euro, right? When I do that as a team collectively, the company's going to pay me a bonus of 20,000 euro. Right, 20,000 euro, and this actually, once I hit that amount, I will get promoted to what we call the directorship level, the upper management level. So I will talk more about that, but that's what happens when you build a successful organization. There is major benefit for you for doing that, not just in cash bonuses, but watch this. You also, as a level 8 director, qualify for a 10-year, 0% interest-free loan to purchase your home. What does that mean? That means that your organization, your team, is used as collateral because Questra knows how much you're going to get paid every week. And they're going to offer you this loan, and they're going to give you a check for 75,000 or 75% of the value of the home that you want to purchase. And believe it or not, my wife and I are looking at buying a $1.2 million home, and I'm going to let Atlanta Global Asset Management finance 75% of that, and the rest I'll pay for my commissions or from some other income source that I have. But that's awesome, right? And the best part about it is this: there is no credit check. Additionally, as you move up the ladder, they're going to allow you to actually, they're going to give you an apartment in Dubai. The apartment is worth 1 million euro. Okay, it's not a cheap, one of those cheap houses. It's a $1 million property in Dubai, and that's another thing that Atlanta Global Asset Management does. They have property in Dubai and all around the world, right? And as you continue to move up, you also will get offered a $1 million yacht. At this time, which you either can elect to keep the gifts as bonuses, or you can elect to sell them, take the money, and reinvest it, right? Also, too, one other thing that I mentioned on here, too, is that when you do make level 8, you can actually use the same loan, 10-year loan, 75% loan to value, and get a vehicle as well. So if you want to buy a Lamborghini or Maserati or whatever car, Mercedes-Benz or whatever you want, they'll do the same thing for you again for a car when you hit level 8. Now, the cool part about this is that at that point in time when that happens, you can really honestly buy your own stuff, right? Because what Atlantic Global Asset Management has been doing for the last 220 consecutive payments, we have been earning an astonishing rate of return on our investment capital. This is per annum per year, 207.6 to 336% per year. That's awesome. I have something I'm going to show you here. Do I have this on here? Do I have it here? I have it here. I put together this spreadsheet here because I wanted to see what do they mean by wealth, or what do they mean by Rule 72? What does that really mean to me? You guys, it's a life changer. Let me show you this here. So, can you see this? You probably can't see this. Hold on a second. Let me add this as one of my things to share with you. Okay, here we go. Okay, look at here. You actually, did you see what type of rate of return we're getting? So, at a person investing in a €90 package, $106 USD, we're earning 207.6%. If you use the Rule 72 and you divide 207.6% into 72, it tells you your money will double 2.88 times in a year. Okay? If you have a black package, go down to the black package, because that's actually what I do have. I'm going to earn 312% per year on my money. Using the Rule of 72, my money will double 4.33 times in a year. All right? So let's look at what happens. Let's go to the 106 here, and I'm going to show periods of compounding. This is what it means that anyone, I honestly believe, within a period of time with Atlantic Global Asset Management can become wealthy. So here is 106.31, one package. These are compounding periods, right? And this is 2.8 times in a year. So 1, 2, 3, your first year, your €90 is now worth 1,226. Let's do another one. 1, 2, 3. This is your second year, but has compounded 6 times, right? Almost 6 times in a year. That's $9,808, right? Keep on going over here. Your third year. 1, 2, 3, 78,000. This is off a €90 investment, and we've been told that it takes 20 to 30 years for us to retire with some dignity. 20 to 30 years, so we can have something, to show for it. Well, guess what? It's all going to change. Here's another. This is your fourth year. 1, 2, 3. This is your fourth year in Atlantic Global Asset Management with the minimum investment of €90. So literally in 4 years or 12 compounding periods, your €90 investment is now worth €627,000. So you can go the fast way by helping people, or you can just throw money and let it be completely 100% passive. You can do that here, right? That's $627,000. Let's go back to the to the black, because I do actually have a black package, and I'll show you that here. My money doubles every 4.33%, right? So the €25,000, so it's going to compound 4.33 times in a year. So my money's going to double 4 times in 1 year. So here we go. Compounding period 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sorry. This is going to be 1. Okay, I'm sorry. Here's So this actually 25,000 shows compounding periods at 4 times, right, in 1 year. So this 25,000 has compounded 4 times. That's 111,000, right? So we go the second year. This 111,944 has compounded 223,000 times. And I'm going to show you the calculator. I'm just showing you, just using the Rule of 72. If you don't understand what that is, go to the internet, type in the Rule 72. This is a financial formula that all financial services companies utilize to predict or project what your rate of return will be and how fast your money will double. Okay? Go here. Let me go. Let's go back. Let's go use the calculator here. Let's go here. We're going to use the calculator to see this online. So here, let's do this. Oops, this is not showing. It's not showing. Where is it at? Okay, there we go. So here is the calculator. This is their actual compounding calculator that Atlanta Global Asset Management uses. I'm going to kind of show you this so you can see. I got this personal account. Log into my account. Kind of show you this here. And I'm going to grab my little password here. The cool part about this is you can collect someone's password all day long, and it doesn't even matter because you can't get their money out anyway. So we're going to log in here. And in my account, you're going to see that. Now, I've been only involved with Atlanta Global Asset Management for actually this is my 8th week. If you scroll down here, we're going to see the amount of packages that I've purchased. I have a black package, and I also have a blue package. Now, notice here that my blue package, I left the insurance on. I actually did that on purpose. So I'm going to go in and change that and turn that off because we don't even really need it. So I clicked on the package, I clicked on manage, and I turn it off. And I hit back, and I can scroll back down, and you'll see now there's an X showing, all right? So there's an X right there. I'm no longer using the insurance. So that's how easy it is to turn the insurance off. If I feel that, hey, you know what, I want to turn it back on again, click on it, turn it back on again, hit back, scroll back down, and you'll see that it is actually on again, okay? That's kind of cool. But let's look at the two accounts. I have a black package and a blue package. Let's go to the calculator and let's put that in there. I have a black package and I have a blue package. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to compound this for, say, 2 years. Okay? Mind you, this calculator is fixed at 4.5%. Right? We're doing on average 5.49% for the year. Right? I'm going to go ahead and calculate. Oop, you can't see this on my screen. Wait a second. Here when it does that. Put this back. Okay, here. Now you can see it. Okay. Can you guys see that? I hope. So asking a question. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, give me 1 second here. Let me fix that. Okay, let me do this. Take off this. It's like this. Okay, let's do that. All right, now I hope you guys can see it now. I'm going to go back up here. So what I did was I have one black package, I selected one, and I have one blue package, I selected one. There's a total of $24,300 in the account for 2 years. I'm going to go ahead and hit calculate. Mind you, this calculator is fixed at 4.5%. So if I don't even touch my investment for 2 years, meaning values of funds invested, $24,300, total rate of investment. Now, this is compounding. This means that every week we get paid, and we take our profit, and we turn around, and we buy a package. So what this is showing here, I'll show you this here, it's showing me with a blue package, it's showing me with a black package. Next week, I'm going to get 2 yellow and 1 green, right? 2 yellow and 2 green, right? These packages are still running. So my income, or my next week paycheck will be 1,493 euro, okay? Right? And what we're going to do is we're going to let this continue to run for the next 208 weeks. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. And we're going down here. This is why I get really excited about this. And I'm going to say something here. You see these? Let's go back up here. See it's all green? Notice when you get here, it shows this -1. This -1 is an indication that the package has been running for 52 weeks and has dropped off, right? So I had 30 of these packages that dropped off, which was probably the first package or second package I purchased. It drops off, and that means that it's no longer paying because it only pays you for 52 weeks. When you put your money in trade, it runs for 52 weeks. The yellow package means that it dropped off. The green package means that you're buying packages, right? The red means it's dropping off. So let's scroll down until I get to my payday where I said, okay, on my 209th week, I am going to start to pull money out. This is exactly what I'm going to do. Let me scroll down further. Here we go. We get down to my 209th week. Okay, mind you, this is predicated on me just having a blue package and a black package, and I don't do anything else. This doesn't include me getting new packages every single week. It is what it is right now. At this particular time, in my 209th week, I should be earning somewhere around a ridiculous amount of money. This says $290 million. That's a lot. You know what? Let me just bring this. You know, that's how many years is that? That's 2 years. Let's make this 52 weeks. I think that's kind of scary, don't you think? Let's just make this more believable. I mean, it sounds too good to be true. But anyway, anyone that puts in 24,300, rate of return is 4,245%. Rule 72 in effect. You'll have 1 million euro in your account, so that on your 104th week, on your 53rd week, you'll be making $28,919 or euros per week. That is 53 weeks. So 1 year from the date, that's what you can be earning in a week, right? And what this does is show you the payout all the way through to the very end until you liquidate the whole entire thing, so that on your 104th week, all funds have been withdrawn, and this is what you've actually pulled out of Atlantic Global Asset Management, $1 million. This is not even fair. So anyone who wants to, compare mutual funds and stocks and bonds doesn't even come close to this. So this is awesome. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up for any questions. I'm going to, and if you have any question, I'm going to go ahead and allow you to ask your question. So hit *6. If there are no questions, I will continue to go to the next part of the presentation. And it's going to be really quick. So we're actually doing pretty good. We're on track here. Great. I love it when we have no questions. That means that I did a decent job in presenting the information. Thank you so much. So I'm going to go to the next one. And we're going to go back to the PowerPoint. And we're going to talk about what Atlantic Global Asset Management can do for you if you decide that you want to share the opportunity, right? And I love this business, and I'm seeing why my friend says he loves the fact about what Atlantic Global Asset Management can do for you. Let me go over here. Here it is. Oh, you know, I kind of missed some other parts about this. I'm gonna fast forward through this real quick. Atlantic Global Asset Management actually has its own bank that was finalized last month. So they actually are in support of the fintech arena, meaning fintech means financial technology. That means blockchain, hyperledger. That means the new money that the next generation will be using, right? Generation X and millennium will be using this new form of money. We're just so fortunate enough to be here at the right time, at the right place, so that we can take advantage of it. And that's the real cool thing about here is that because this amount of money that we can generate from Atlantic Global Asset Management, we can now acquire different types of digital currency to even further support our financial future, diversify, and to ensure that we leave a legacy for our families. This is awesome, right? So 2017 was the beginning. We're going to acquire our bank. They acquired their bank. They was on schedule with that. Their mission is to produce maximum investment income with minimal risk for a wide variety of clients by using their innovative approach, asset management, in the global investment marketplace. I told you before they did the IPOs for Facebook and Google and other countries and other companies. They basically what they do, they're buying highly liquid shares of the fastest growing companies worldwide. Sounds like Google and Facebook to me. State and municipal bonds, debt securities, and options contracts. And they also focus on further development in other different directions that we don't have access to because we're not part of the inner circle, right? Now, one of the things I like about this statement here, this is a statement about what these guys do. They are currently managing assets in over 35 countries, different countries. AGAM is trusted by clients of all types, from private investors, that's what we are, to corporate investors or corporate foundations, right? Those are companies that have a lot of money that set up their own foundations, and they donate money to themselves to offset their tax position, but then they turn around and buy investment property to shield themselves from taxes by having a family foundation. That's what the wealthy do, right? And then there's sovereign wealth funds. Sovereign wealth funds are other financial entities that allows global asset management to invest your money. Now, this is the language they use when you're wealthy. When you're rich, you don't use this language, right? This is our primary aim, is to understand how your property requirements serve the rest of your business and help you to achieve your financial goals. That's how the wealthy speak, as compared to people that are rich or people that are trying to brag. They just say, this is what we do, take it or leave it. You know, there's no need to have a large fanfare. They're good at what they're doing and doing it for quite some time. Now, this is the part I'm really excited about because these 25 fund managers have expertise that allow them to grow our wealth every single week. Here's a pie chart. The same pie chart is illustrated in your back office. And you can actually place the mouse over the one. It'll show their first and last name, each one of these 25 investors. And they actually manage over $400 million weekly. Right? These guys are experts in Forex, commodities, futures, Bitcoin, silver, gold, real estate, and other financial instruments. And they do this day in and day out, and they ensure that we don't lose our money. Right? If you have $400 million a week that you're maintaining, and you are continually showing a profit of 4 to 5 to 6 to 7% a week on a consistent basis, you can become wealthy, as demonstrated in the calculator as shown before, right? With just a black package and a blue package. You're beyond wealthy. It's really easy to do when you have the right vehicle. They can take money via SWIFT. Now, some people have been asking, how can I get money in without having to go through Bitcoin? There is an option, something called pay-as-you-go in your back office. You can set that up, and you can wire funds straight from your bank straight to their bank. Some steps you have to do. That's one of the ways. There's other ways that you can send money. You can send money through a Bitcoin purchase from your bank account to a credit card. You even can do a bank purchase or a wire transfer from your bank to Coinbase, right? And Coinbase is nothing more than a Bitcoin exchange that actually converts your cash into Bitcoin, and we're using Bitcoin as the conduit to send our newly converted cash from our debt-based instrument to an asset-based instrument, using that conduit in Bitcoin to send it over to Atlantic Global Asset Management. They get the Bitcoin, they convert it back to euros. Okay, that's why when you're sending money from the United States to Europe, our money is actually weaker than the euro by about 20%. So you're always having to pay 20% more than what you would if we were there using euros. Now, here's how it works. I'm trying to make this real quick. As an investor, you can start as low as 90 euro. And at the lower amount, you're going to pay a higher commission fee. but you're still going to get paid 207.6%. The name of the game here is to actually have your profits purchase or generate two more of these 90-euro packages so that you have three. 1, 2, and 3. 3 times 90 equates to 270. What is the benefit of merging your packages from white to yellow? Here it is. We're paid, you'll pay 36% management fee as opposed to 39%. Also benefit to that, also with the lower fee, is you get a higher rate of return. 207.6% at the white versus 218.4% at the yellow. There's some major benefit in consolidating your packages, moving from the white to the yellow. Once you get 3 yellow, 270 times 3 is 810, right? Instead of paying 36% commission or management fees, you're paying 30%. And instead of making 218.4% for the year, you're making 238.8% for the year. And this process continues to go from green to blue. 810 times 3 is 2430. 24% management fee, 259.2%. And let's fast forward to where I actually am today, because I just showed you my information. I'm now actually only paying 10% management fees, but I'm actually earning 312% a year on my money. And again, they showed the potential profit of $21,870 and to be at $68,234.40. This is all predicated on simple interest. What this means is that I put my $21,870 to be invested, and instead of buying packages or repurchasing packages or compounding my money, I'm pulling it out every week. By the end of 52 weeks, I should have around $68,234.40. Right? That's why they pay that amount right there. And of course, let me go to the next slide. So the next slide shows you the more money you invest, the lower the commission rate, but the higher rate of return. And most people are trying to get to the indigo, which is an awesome place to be. And you're looking at literally almost $3,000 to $4,000 a week here with the 30% commission management fee and 322.4%. And for those of us that eventually get to the higher amounts of VIP packages, you're going to pay a 3% management fee, and your rate of return now is 336.3%. So if you have 100 euros end of 1 year, if you pulled out all your profit, you would end up with 336,000 euros more than what you started off with. So you got your principal back plus 236,000. Awesome, right? So as you can see, one way or another, your life's going to change, whether you want to or not. It's awesome. That pretty much concludes that part of the business in terms as it relates to the investment side. And I will stress this: becoming a member of Atlanta Global Asset Management, if your choice is just to invest money only and not make a reference to any other person, you have that right. It is your choice. It is 100% optional, okay? But if you decide to want to help people, there is some major in doing so. Now, this last slide here I'm sharing with you here is kind of cool. This is a business plan set in Atlanta Global Asset Management. It is their business plan. And what we're here is starting in 2000, we're here into their business plans. Right, we're still in the beginning, right? Actually going through the they're going through compliance with each country to see if they can establish a brick-and-mortar business. This is really important, people. This means that by the time they get to the United States, that's year 2021, it's now 2017, about to be 2018, which is 3 years away. If you invest some money into Atlanta Global Asset Management, by the time they get here and go through that process, let's say the government says, you know what, we don't want you here because you're paying way too much money. We don't want our people here in the United States to have those types of returns. That means everyone's rich and we can no longer do what we want to do, right? Well, that means that For those of us that got in early, we're either going to be millionaires or billionaires, right? You're either going to be a millionaire or a billionaire. If you started off with the 90-year-old package, 4 years from today, you would have 2.1 million euro with a 90-year-old with a one white package, or 90 euros or $115 USD. 4 years, 2.1 million. That right there, that fact should get you so upset that you should be like cringing, because you've been saving for years and years and years for the little tiny little nest egg that you have today. Now, the cool part about this is that if they do get here and they're given the go, that means each one of us that is a director of Atlantic Global Asset Management, do you know that we will be able to open up our own brick and mortar business just like a Charles Schwab? And instead of us offering our clients measly rates of returns of 20 to 30%, we're offering 200 to 336% return. We are going to change people's lives, number one. Number two, can you imagine the investment dollars that are going to be coming in through your door? Millions and millions of dollars, and you're getting paid a percentage off every single last purchase for the rest of your life. A cool part about this is that each office that's opened up will have its own lawyer. In addition to that, the company, Questra, Atlantic Global Asset Management, will pay for 70% of the office expenses. If that's not putting your money behind your, if that's not putting your money behind your mouth, or mouth before your money, whatever, if that's not putting money behind what you believe in, I don't know what is. Right? So that's awesome. Now I got a few more questions here, and we're going to go ahead and answer those questions. Let me see. Are they going? Okay. You can't see the slide. 653. Okay. Hope you can see it right now. Hold on a second. Sorry about that, Richard. I thought I was back over here on my slide. Here we go. There we go. Wait 1 second here. Okay, there we are. Okay, perfect. There we are. So oops. So this is what that's what it's about. So they're growing globally. At this present time, there's over 1,042 Questra offices worldwide. 1,042 offices worldwide. They're going global. We have an opportunity to have our own office if you so desire. That's what I aspire to do. I'm going to have my own office when they do get here, so I can't wait. I'm really excited about that. And that kind of pretty much is going to, that talks about the investment side. So, again, are there any questions about anything that I've discussed so far? We're still in Q&A mode. If you would hit *6, I'll be more than happy to go over anything I went over already. And then what I'm going to do is I got about 3 minutes left. I'm going to try to jump in and do this other part. Kind of went long, but I'm really excited about what they have to offer. So if there's no questions, I'm going to jump right into the Questra World side, right? Basically, Questra World is the marketing arm, right? Here's the CEO, Mr. Jose Gilbert. Everyone, make sure you go through and you read your contracts on both ends. It's awesome what they're doing for us there. Here are the different levels a person can participate. If you're serious about this business, you know, honestly, I'm very serious about this. I'm just blessed to be able to know the people that I know. I couldn't do this by myself. A lot of people that trust and put faith in me, and I was able to obtain platinum agent level. Right, I'm at 12%. I'm a platinum agent, 5th level. It took me roughly about 6 weeks to accomplish. I'm very happy about that. Thank you, team, for being there for me. It's really easy to promote from newcomer to bronze to silver to gold to platinum. Really simple. And this is how it works. This is what they call the career ladder. Anyone that wants to become a platinum member or become a long-term career or wants to build a career with Atlantic Global Asset Management, you can. It is completely optional, okay? But what happens is, as a newcomer, when you raise 3,000 euros in your organization, right, you'll be promoted from newcomer to bronze agent. When you go from bronze agent to go from bronze agent to a silver agent, you need an additional 22,000 more euro. This is a cumulative. So 22,000 more euro will get you 25,000 euros, and Questra World will send you 1,000 points. 1,000 points. Those 1,000 points are then sent to Atlantic Global Asset Management and converted into euros or euro dollars. So that 1,000 points now was 1,000 euros, right? And once you go from silver agent to gold agent, you and your team recommend another 25,000 people to invest their money with Atlantic Global Asset Management, and they'll give you a 2,000 more points, which you will send to Atlantic Global Asset Management, and those will turn into euros. And I'll show you that for training tonight as well. And the same thing happens again when you hit 100,000 euros from you and your team or your family. And you think the cool part about this is this, you guys, you don't necessarily need to go out and build a large organization. You can find two people, they drop 100,000, 100,000, 50,000, 50,000. You go from newcomer right up to platinum agent, just like that, right? So you don't have to do that. Someone has a question. Let me address this question here. Oops, I guess I'm okay. There, not there. Let's go to the second slide here. All right, so these are upper levels. When you hit a level 6 bronze director, the company will notify you and say, hey, we'd like to invite you to come out to Dubai, Madrid, Spain, Singapore, and I think there's one other place. I think there's Turkey, where they have, and you can go out and sign your directorship because you're serious about building a career with Atlantic Global Asset Management. And when you go out there to sign your directorship, they're going to give you a 20,000 euro bonus. Again, this shows up in points. You must send it over to Atlantic Global Asset Management to make it 20,000 euros. That can then be withdrawn, or it can be reinvested any way you like. It's your money. You do whatever you want to do with it, right? And as you, and this is what I've been told. When you do fly out there as a bronze, you sign your directorship. By the time you get back, 9 times out of 10, you're actually at the silver director. So it doesn't take long for you to move up the ladder quickly, right? Someone has a question here. Hold on a second. Okay, perfect. Okay, all right. So, it doesn't take long for a person to move up the ladder, literally, right? The United States is virgin territory. No one knows about this company. As a matter of fact, no one really moved forward with, well, the guy that got me involved, he heard about it in September. He finally didn't get signed up until March of this year, right? And once he started to understand the business, and he shared it with me, because one of the things I did ask him was, just send me the PowerPoint. I can figure it out myself. I was wrong. I didn't understand it, so I pretty much, for 3 weeks, let him mentor me, and I heard him talk about the program over and over and over, so then I was able to get familiar with it and do what I'm doing tonight with you guys, and I'm basically duplicating what he taught me into you guys so you get a better understanding so that you can understand what this is about. Also, when they do fly you out to Atlantic Global to Questra, you're actually going to take a lie detector test. They want to make sure that you have integrity and you're honest and you're not cheating anybody out of anything. So they really do care about the leadership, right? So that happens additionally for several days. Top managers of Questra World are testing directors and are preparing for development plans for them to get more bonuses. So you're just moving up the ladder, and you're going to be able to help people more so around your community. There's a contract there, and that pretty much concludes that part of the presentation. I'm going to go ahead and open it up for any questions. Hit *6 if you have any questions. Are there any questions? Hit *6. Hold on a second, please. I think I hear something. I'm not sure if that's my phone or that's my ear. Hold on a second here. Can you guys hear me? Hold on a second. I think I made it the wrong thing. Hold on a second here. Okay, here we go. Okay, can you guys hear me? Am I on the speak? Okay. Here's a question here. Someone asking a question here. Okay. Go ahead and ask your question, please. 4051. Hold on a second. I can't hear your question. Hold on 1 second. Let me dial in here. I don't know if you guys heard me. Hopefully you heard me. I'd be kind of upset if I did all that work and no one heard me. Hold on a second. I'm dialing right now. Give me 1 second here. You guys hear me? Okay, here. Number 4051. You want to ask your question? Here we got more questions here. Hold on a second. We cannot hear you. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Let me stop this real quick. 1 second. Don't go nowhere.
Sean, can you hear me?
Hi, this is Sean Tillery. Sorry about that. I thought I was in this call. I may not even went all the way through it, but I'm here now. So you guys, I'm going to go ahead and let, who's this person here? 4051. Go ahead and hit *6 if you have any questions. 4051. Okay. I'm gonna turn this Q&A off and just open up the call here for a second. Hold on 1 second. And I'm going to. Okay, everyone's unmuted now. Can you guys hear me now, or have you didn't hear me at all, or you probably faintly heard me?
I hear you.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Are there any questions?
No.
Perfect. Okay. I'm sorry?
We can hear you too.
Okay, good. Okay. So you guys heard me throughout the presentation as well?
Yes.
Yes.
The slides, it's only showing slide number 2 of 37.
Okay. Let me see here. Okay. Let me see this here. Okay. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the call open up this way, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do a training, and I want to try to be as long as you guys want to stay on the call. So I'll probably be here for another 30 more minutes. But let's go into this. what we're going to do is I'm logged into my Questra World site, and let me refresh. This is probably going to time out on me. And it did. So let me log in. So what you're going to notice is that there's two sides. You have a Questra World side and you have Atlanta Global Asset Management side. Okay? And here's my Questra World and Atlanta Global Asset Management. Refresh. I'm going to log me out of there too. Oh no, I'm still here. So here I'm over here. Now, when you build an organization, you build a team. Screen sharing this. Hold on, it's not sharing. Stop sharing. Oh, I want to share my screen. There we go. Okay. You guys see my screen now? You guys see my screen? Oops, there we are. Apply changes. All right, here we go. You guys see it now?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, sorry about that. So, what happened? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Hello? Okay, there you go. Okay, so this is your back office. This is Questra World. On the Questra World side, this is where you're able to track your points. These points are designed for special promotions and things of that nature. Your Questra points. These points is what you earn when your team repurchases packages every week. When they deposit money for the first time, when they buy packages on an ongoing basis. And we're going to take these points here and we're going to transfer them and convert them into euro dollars. So you go over here, you notice that my account is 1,002.93.53. Right? That's my current balance in my account. I'm going to go over here and send these points from Questra World directly into my Atlanta Global Asset Management. So notice it says here, exchange rate is 1.1, right? For every point, it equates to $1. This here is how we're able to get away from not having an international investment license, okay? Because they're paying us as employees and they're paying us using points, okay? So you ever wonder why we're able to get away with what we're doing? This is why. Smart. Highly intelligent. I'll click on next, hit next, and I have to scroll back down again and it says, are you sure you want to exchange your 45.23 to 45.33 euros? See it right there? And I'm saying yes, hit next. My balance now goes to 0 here. I come to this side over here. Here's my balance, 12953. I'm hitting F5 key or refresh key. On my browser, notice that it shows up over here, 1,133.886. See that? This is now becomes, and I now can invest my money and purchase right now, if I wanted to, a green package and a yellow package, and maybe a couple of different, maybe get probably by 2 yellow packages and a green package. Okay? I'm going to go ahead, if someone's got some background noise, I'm going to go ahead and, if you have background noise, you get a sneeze or anything like that, please hit star to mute yourself out, please. Please. If not, we'll actually mute myself, and I can do that. I can see there's a lot of music right now. Okay, so we want to make sure it's professional and quiet so people can learn, right? So that's what happens. Now, how easy it is to solve. And I'm going to purchase a green package. I'm over here and I purchase, let's do this. I'll purchase 3 white packages. I just want to see what happens when you do 3 white packages and you can set and merge those packages. So I'll click on buy. Once. Hit buy a second time. Noticing I'm only buying the white package, not the standard. The standard is actually going to trade for 1 year. You cannot merge it from a standard to from a white to a yellow. You want to only buy the white packages. Okay. Now you buy 1 more white package, so it'll be a total of 3. Okay? So now, you scroll down to the bottom, and you'll see that I will have, oops, refresh, here we go. I'm going to have 3 white packages. Okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select one of these. I'm going to upgrade it. When I hit upgrade, it's going to automatically bring up all of the packages that I have in my portfolio. And I'm going to go ahead and change this all to be selected to be merged. So I got 3 white packages. I now have this option to click upgrade and merge all 3 packages and hit confirm. Right? And what happens here is I've now converted 3 white packages and moved the management fees from 39% to 36% for management fees down, and then also I increased my rate of return from 206% to 218.4%. Let's go down to the very bottom, and there it is. I now have a yellow package. And that's really how simple it is. And now don't remember, and don't forget to turn off the insurance because you really don't need it. If you want to use it, it's your choice. It's your option to do that if you like. I'm choosing not to do it because they're consistent with what they've been doing for a while, so why mess it up? And if you want to do that, you got to remember every week they're going to take out 10%. So this week I made about 1,300 euros. They will take 130 of that just to preserve my principal. Okay, so that's how you merge your package. That was really, really easy, right? I'm also going to do something here that with Coinbase. I'm actually going to send funds to Coinbase. Looks like I will log in here. Let's see if you can see this. Yes, you can see it. Good. Okay, so I'm in Coinbase. I'm going to actually probably have to log back in here. Probably logged out and log back in. Then we'll sign out. Log back in. I'm going to go ahead and use I have a tool called Password Safe. If you go to passwordsafe.org, this thing saves all of your passwords. It takes one super long password. I got a very long super password, really, really long, as you can see. And then what it does is it keeps all of my passwords for all the things I've ever done, and a whole bunch of them. And I don't remember all of them. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to go ahead, highlight it, take my username. Oops, it's away. It's in my way. It's in my way. It's in my way. Here, and I'm going to take this little person here. I'm going to drag it over here into my username there. I'm going to open it back up. You get a paper, and that's something I like about it. It disappears, but so you click on the key. This is the password. Drops it right over there. Hit sign in, and while you are going to be using what's called Google Authenticator, you want this. This is going to help you to provide additional security. The one cool thing about Atlantic Global Asset Management is that when you need to do a transfer or withdraw money, it sends a text message to your phone. So then you have the passcode. So you can give 1 million people your username and password, but if they don't have your cell phone where it's going to send a text message to provide you with the code, they'll never get in. Here's another option here called two-step authentication, where it's an app that we have that actually will create a password every 20 seconds. So I'm logging on here right now. And where is it at? I'm going to go ahead and find where my Coinbase is, and I'm going to type in the code that it created. It changes every 20 seconds. Almost if they can't see. Hold on a second. Make sure you can see that. Here we go. All right. I don't know why it does this. Let me show a preview. Give it okay. Hit apply. Okay. There you go. Sorry about that. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and verify. Get logged into my account. Logged into my account, and there I am. Right? I'm going to go ahead and kind of show you. I sent money to my Coinbase account earlier, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a withdrawal. I mean, an actual purchase here. And I was supposed to do this for somebody today. I got busy, but I'll take care of the day. I'll be giving you guys a call, Linda. Guys a call, and we'll take care of the other project for us that you guys got started with. So you should have also already received your €900 for your green and your white package. So hopefully this training shows you how to go in there and purchase your white package and your green package. Okay. So how many of you have a Coinbase account? You can answer. The call's not muted at all. How many of you have a Coinbase account? Okay, so the person in the background doing something.
This is Questra, I do.
Okay, good. Okay, great. Okay, all right. So if you have a Coinbase account, you can actually. It's very easy to buy your Bitcoin. You can send funds. This is what I just recently I just found out how to do. And I've been doing this since 2013, so you always can teach a dog new tricks. And you actually can purchase Bitcoin straight from your account. The phone is dropping all the time. Hold on a second. You guys hear me? Hear me, Crystal? Okay. Hopefully you can hear me. So you can actually buy Bitcoin, you can buy Ethereum, and you can buy Litecoin. And they're adding these coins. As a matter of fact, the website was down, I think, a couple of days ago for Atlanta Global Asset Management. I couldn't log in for nothing. And I'm like, what's going on? Well, come to find out, what they did was this. I'm going to select transfer money. What they were doing was they added more digital cryptocurrencies that we can choose from. Not just Bitcoin and Ethereum, but Bitcoin Cash, Dashcoin, and Litecoin. This is what I call an inside scoop. We should be also purchasing as a strategy to buy and hold some coins too, right? Buy some, leave them in your account, let them sit there as well, because they're going to appreciate in value as well. And the great thing about asset management, with the income that you'll start to generate. I lost everybody. Oh man, I don't know if there's something wrong with my phone or what. Everything's quiet. Can you guys hear me? Okay. I think you can. And you want to my phone's dropping off. You can start buying coins and holding them too, also as a way to be able to help yourself to benefit from by the price of Bitcoin, right? Price of Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin Cash, Dashcoin, and Litecoin. We need to definitely be looking at ourselves to be buyers and holders of these coins as well. I love it. Okay. I'm not going to get into this part. I'll do this training next week for this part. I'll do that next week. Yeah, I'll do that next week. But that's basically a person. So you can actually come in here and you can buy Bitcoins. Notice there's a dollar amount. I can buy Bitcoin from my USD wallet. I can buy Bitcoin. I can buy Ethereum. I can buy Litecoin. Right? It's all happening. And if you don't know this is happening, you're definitely being blessed, because these cryptocurrencies here, I'm showing these on the cryptocurrency coin market capitalization website, which is coinmarketcap.com. It's showing you the amount of dollars that have been invested, meaning fiat paper dollars from all around the world are now being absorbed and converted into Bitcoin. And this is representative of roughly maybe about 5% of the world that is aware that this is actually happening. $72 billion, $29 billion, $9 billion, $6 billion, $2 billion. I remember when this thing was $11 billion, total market cap value for Bitcoin. It's now 72 billion. So to me, a good thing to do is, as you start to generate your income, start to buy some Bitcoin. Put some in your wallet. Hold on for them a little bit, right? There's other programs that we're using too to leverage the value of Bitcoin as well, right? So it's pretty cool there. So it's kind of cool. Let's talk about sending Bitcoin. Let's say you wanted to send Bitcoin to Atlantic Global Asset Management. This is part here. It's kind of just a couple of steps here, but I think if you follow along, we do this a couple of times, maybe 3 times, you'll understand how to do this. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to log into Atlantic Global Asset Management. All right, let's go back to the beginning again on this. You're going to click on Account, okay, and you're going to select Transfer Money. You're going to hit Next. When you hit Next, if you have Bitcoin in your account, which I actually have Bitcoin in my account, I also have some Ethereum, just some right there, right? I can actually send either one of these coins, Ethereum, Bitcoin, or Ethereum, to my primary account, which is going to be my Bitcoin account for Atlantic Global Asset Management. Once that's highlighted, then you want to select the primary account that you have, scroll down, and select Next. Now, the first time you do this, it can get kind of weird, because here they're asking for a Bitcoin amount. Here, when you want to say, for example, send Bitcoin, this is asking for a Bitcoin wallet address. And if you don't enter this Bitcoin wallet address, what's going to happen is you're not going to get the fee or the correct price point or the amount of coins or the amount of coins to send directly to Atlantic Global Asset Management. So you're going to have to do this little trick here. You may want to go ahead and just keep this in a notepad, and you may want to, and you know what? I think I would check it, because I know I had a different Bitcoin wallet address before in the past, and it changed. So you may want to just come and make sure you come here, click Next. Don't enter anything here. Click Next again. What's going to happen is you're going to see your Bitcoin wallet address right here, right? Just click Copy. What that does is that copies this information to your clipboard on your computer temporarily. Let's go back to Atlantic Global. Let's go back to Coinbase, and you want to place your mouse right there with the inner BPC. You can right-click on your mouse, and you can select Paste. And there is your address. There is your address. Also, what it does is, look what happens now. Now it shows you that, oh, here's a network fee. That's $1.47 if I'm planning on sending $552 in Bitcoin to Atlantic Global Asset Management, right? Well, let's go ahead and put $100 in here. Okay. Now what happens is it's going to convert this $100 into Bitcoin. You see that? 0.023. They've already deducted the fee from it already. So this is the number you want to highlight and copy. Hit Control. Hold down the Control key. Hit the letter C. Hold down the Control key and hit the letter C. That is going to copy the highlighted information here, right? Let's go back to Atlantic Global Asset Management. And what we want to do is come back over here and hit Account one more time, because we didn't have a value. Now we have the correct value, and we know what to send over to Atlantic Global Asset Management. So we're going to hit Next. We're transferring money. We are going to be sending Bitcoin. Then we're going to hit our main account, and we're going to scroll down here, and we're going to hit Next. Next, there we go. And then we want to highlight this 1.00, hold down the Control key, hit the letter V. Hold down the Control key, hit the letter V. It's going to paste the amount, right, that you're going to be sending from Coinbase to Atlantic Global Asset Management. You're going to hit Next. Okay? When you hit Next,
what it's going to have here is going to say, to replenish your account via Bitcoin, send 0.023. That's $100 worth, right? You scroll down here. Here's the QR code. The QR code is used for people that have the Coinbase app on their phone, and instead of just copy and pasting, you can scan this QR code. It will deduct the money directly from your account and send it directly to asset management. It's a bit faster, right? Now we know that we're sending $100, 100 euros, or $100 in USD. But when it gets here to asset management, it's now worth 85.34. Okay, and you have to do this once you hit full operation. This information is registered into the database. It's now expecting for you to send the money to them. If you're using, and everybody has a cell phone, make sure when you do register, you use your cell phone and nothing else, because all of this code right here, because I have my Google Authenticator app on my phone, I use that information there. If you don't have this, it's going to send you a text message to your cell phone. And you take that text message, that 6-digit code, and you input that number here. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? If that is the correct number, you hit confirm. Right? That's after you've already hit perform new operation. You have to hit perform new operation. If you do not, and you send the Bitcoin from Coinbase to another global asset management, your funds will be hanging in the air. And I think once it takes somewhere between 1, sometimes 2, or even 3 weeks before this money is actually credited to your account. And that's 1 to 2 or 3 weeks that your money's not in trade. Okay? So if you're unsure about how to do this, please, call me or call your upline and make sure you do this correctly. If not, there's nothing that you can do. Is just send a ticket to these guys, and you go over here on your dashboard, and you scroll all the way down to the very bottom. And here it is, subject, finance department. And you say, hey, I just sent X amount of Bitcoin to my Coinbase account. What you're going to want to do is when you do this, here's one I have one here. I sent some money over here. Click on this, and what you want to do is you want to actually click on the transaction that happened, and you want to click on View Transaction. And you want to copy and paste this transaction here. This is the Bitcoin transaction. This is how they confirm and verify that they actually received it, right? This is the transaction. They need this transaction. You copy and paste this information here. You come to that global asset management. Hello, support. I sent 100. So I sent 85. Let's say I sent 0.023 Bitcoin to you today. Here is the transaction code. See that? My spelling is terrible. That's there, right? Fix my spelling. I'm here. I'm typing H here. So, and this is what they're going to use to determine and find out and find your transaction. You give them this information, you hit send. Give them, it's not going to happen instantly, because remember, there's thousands and thousands of members around the world that are probably doing the same mistake, but they're working efficiently, and they'll get to it when they get to it. Do not harass them. Keep sending a whole bunch of emails, because they already got it, okay? And they will respond, okay? So that's how you would do if you did not do the steps I just shared with you. Now, the cool part about this, I recorded this. So I'll be able to chop this up and show you how to do this. It'll be on the website, and I'll be explaining this, it'll be on the website for you to listen to it as many times and watch me do it until you're comfortable with doing it, okay? So that concludes that part of the training. Does anyone have any questions as it relates to your back office, your organization, how to send money from point A, from Questra World to Atlantic Global Asset Management, how to buy packages, how to merge packages? Any questions at all whatsoever? Perfect. You go up here. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I thank you all for your time. And I hope you learned a lot from this, and I hope that you will be able to, share it with others and to build your business, because it don't take long for you to become successful in Atlantic Global Asset Management. Take care. Good night. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.